Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of the Trophy Tour. It's taken a very long time to get this episode done. It's just been hectic life with this PC. I don't know how to, really react, but we're getting there. We're starting to try and fix it, send some of my Christmas money, getting the necessary parts. But the one thing I have changed is I've reduced from quad core to dual core, which means processing will probably take half as long or twice as long as it would have on the quad core. But if that's not the problem, we'll try something else. But anyway, I've had several crashes and all playing the game, and some of the results aren't genuine, but that's just the way it is. And certainly the bad feelings have lasted since that devastating 2-1 defeat, which should have been a 2-1 win in my favour, but it wasn't to be. Um, but the Champions League summary is mainly what I want to do. But after two disappointing draws in the league, you can see we drew 3-all somehow in this game. We should have won it easily after being 3-0 up. Again, this might take a little while to process. Yeah, there you go. You can see we 3 goals straight away, and then we let it slip. So it was a terrible result. And then we drew 1-all with our title rivals Austria Vienna. We did need a lucky goal in the 90th minute, though. It was a set piece and Bestjak scored. We played PSG. We lost 2-0. It was a great performance, though. We gave them our very best shot, and it just wasn't quite enough. Schneiderlin and Cavani scored, so good for them. And we lost very, very humiliatingly to, well, if that's not a word, I apologise, but yeah, it's not a word. But we lost very badly to Wiener Neustadt away from home, so that kind of compounds our misery. We did win our Austrian Cup match 3-1 there. It was a very long game, very draining. It went to extra time somehow. It really shouldn't have. You can see there they got a lucky penalty, but then we got a penalty as well. We had some minor injuries and a red card as well, so it was a terribly draining game. But we did recover very nicely to beat Red Bull Salzburg by a solitary goal from Vujadinovic. But that was to be. Then another very positive performance against the holders of the European Cup, Paris Saint-Germain. We took the lead and held on to half-time. We did injure Zlatan Ibrahimovic, though, and he's out for several months, I think. Let's just take a look. Yeah, he's still trying to recover from that broken ankle. I doubt he'll ever recover from that, so I'm sorry, he's Zlatan. But then Cavani avenged his teammate's injury by capitalising on a bad mistake between my keeper and my defender, and then he scored a beauty in the 90th minute. So heartbreak, despite them having a man sent off. We really could have done with a draw. We played SV Ried, drew 2-2-2-all, another poor performance. We beat Wolfsberger at home, and it was a big result. We lost Benfica by 2-1. They were too good, but we got one back at least. We lost at home to Rapid Vienna, the first time we lost at home all season. Then we thrashed Wacker Innsbruck 4-0, but didn't build on it, and drew with Altak again. They're very much a thorn in the side. And then we concluded with what should have been a 3-2 defeat, instead became a 2-0 defeat. But you'd be amazed at these stats. We were totally all over them. I was even surprised myself. You can see we had 27 shots to their 9, and we just couldn't put any of them in the net. And we were beaten by the class of Belfodil, and that was it really. So we'll look at the Champions League now. We finished bottom, as you'd expect, with just the 1 point. In fairness, we could have had a few more, but we don't even really have much to say. We did our very best, and I can't be more proud of the team. And of course, we have the much more money to work with, and we have the youth facilities on their way, hopefully by next May. So that's that. In terms of the Premier Division, we are 11 points back, which is a real disaster. We've just taken third place away from Wolfsburg, which is really lucky. But you can see there 9 wins, 5 draws and 6 defeats. That is very bad, considering the year before we'd only lost 7 all season. I'll show you now what's been going on. So we have a sensational home record, much better than Austria Vienna's. With 8 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. But it's the away form which is really, really poor. 1 win, 3 draws and 5 losses. I don't understand what's happened to our away record. Really, we just keep losing these continental hangover games, and you can see our away record was brilliant last season, and our home record was even better. Um, so hopefully we can recover that against the bottom teams. Grodig, we play them next, which I'll show you now. We play them, and then we have the winter break, and we try and defeat Austria Vienna at home, which would be a big game, and we'll turn around our season. So there's no more Champions League to worry about. We did our very best, and then that's just the way. But we do have some injuries to try and recover, which I'll show you now. Best Jack got a minor injury. He's out for, I'm not too sure how long. I'll show you now. Just 1 to 3 days. That's okay. Nikolic is just about to return from injury. We're trying to get Antolic back to full fitness. Manu had a minor injury, I think. That's about it. We've been okay for injuries, but just been a tough season. We can't really defend the title if we're stuck in European commitments. But we are doing our level best to try and compete. But that's just the way. We'll look at our scoring records and that sort of thing for you now. Selection info. So the top scorer is Best Jack with 10, Jurchin 9, Manu 6, Vujadinovic 5, Esposito with 4, Karashik 3, Castellano, Nikolic, Antolic, Schupan, Omrani, Offenbacher, Rottpuller and Weber have scored the other goals. The most appearances has been Esposito, as you expect. He's just unreal how good he is. Best Jack has played the next amount of games, then Jurgen, Ehrenreich and then Titan. But I have had to drop him a fair amount of times because of his injuries and the fact that he's made some mistakes. So it's just not been the greatest second of seasons for him. Stuart O'Keefe, very handy player as well to have. And the average rating, Esposito, Vujadinovic, Jurchin, Ehrenreich and Remo Mali. So that's that really. We'll need to improve quite drastically to recover this season. The best I can really hope for is the Europa League, because we lost those coefficients which allowed 2 teams in the Champions League. So hopefully my exploits will give us a brief chance to get back. So our winter break ends in February. I don't plan to make too many transfers, but it would be handy to have more strikers, maybe another winger to back up Esposito, even though I already bought one. Austria Vienna, Neustadt again, Red Bull, Ried, Wolfsberger and Rapid Vienna. So I might come back in this episode against Austria Vienna, see how we do, but it's going to take a good while. I haven't tested this computer for its like on the new processor, so we'll try and recover things as best I can. But I have one of my I could improve this mic because I had to buy one for my college, and it's a really high quality thing. I'll explain it to you another time if I do use it, but it picks up my computer fans very clearly, so you don't want to be hearing that, I'm afraid, unless you do want to hear my fans. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say for this episode. Tragically, our Champions League campaign was worse off than it could have been, but I thank you very much for watching this episode, and I hope to deliver some more in the future, but it's not going to be easy. I can only do my very best, so I'll speak to you soon. Bye.